Hi, Pete Wadgen here from Next Level Wealth. Now, I've been up at the Switzer Investor Day in Brisbane here today, and it's a great time to invest in a lot of things, as you can imagine, as it usually is at such events, because ultimately they are funded by sponsors and asset managers and fund managers, so that you can expect, nevertheless, some really useful insights. So here are just three general observations for you from today. Number one, on Labour's proposed changes to franking credit refunds. Now, the demographic at this type of event is largely self-selecting, so you get a lot of retirees or pre-retirees because they are the people with money to invest and self-manage. And there was, you wouldn't get many left-leaning voters at such an event. So there's a lot of spirited debate about the prospect of a Labour government and what their changes might do. But as the panel pointed out, Australia's stock market is largely comprised of foreign investors and domestic investors who won't be directly impacted, and therefore the market will find a new level pretty quickly, and arguably some of the changes already priced in, and those people who have been directly impacted will shift into new assets and new vehicles very quickly. But a second and related observation, and this is just a general point, not advice, is that if the rules on superannuation continue to be meddled with, then it makes it quite difficult for people over a long range to plan for their retirement, and therefore it might make sense to have your own business and your own cash and investments outside of super as well, because who knows what might change between now and your retirement. And a third observation is that people should just worry less about changes in government and prospective changes in tax rules. Because for one thing, what's always followed Liberal governments is Labour governments, and what's always followed winter seasons is summer seasons, and so on. But also, as Graham Richardson pointed out, former New South Wales senator and Labour politician himself, of course, is that Labour has proposed many changes to negative gearing and capital gains tax and franking credit refunds, but has, in his view, very little chance of getting those changes put through the Senate. Buckley's in his own words. So those are just three observations for you today, and if you want to know some more, check out my website below. It's go nextlevelwealth.com.au. Cheers.